Hello, welcome to another video on favorite multi-issues storyline. I did one on Fantastic Four 48 through 50, and then another one from Fantastic Four 57 through 61. But here is another one of my favorite multiple issue storyline that I love. I think most collectors that have been in the hobby for as long as I have are well aware of this series. It's probably the first massive multi-issues cosmic storyline that Marvel did. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I think up until this point, this was about as big and complicated as any comic book storyline will put out. I'm not going to go into the detail of the story because that will take forever, so I'm just going to show the book quickly. Um, it's a great cosmic storyline that involves, the Kree, the Crow, Captain Marvel. Beautiful covers here. A lot of these books are drawn by Sal Buscema. Roy Thomas wrote this epic saga, and from everything that I've read over the years, I think he said many times that he didn't intend this story to be so big and span over so many issues, but I'm glad he did. So that's issue 89 is the first part where Captain Marvel make his appearances. Next you have issue 90. I love the best part about this epic saga is the beautiful covers on every issue. It's just gorgeous. Inside, look at that. Like I said, Sal Buscema did a lot of the work, and one of these days for sure I will spotlight a video on him because I think he is one of the few very underrated artists of the Bronze Age. He was, of course, in the shadow of his big brother. And you have issue 91, another beautiful cover. Okay, so you have the Kree showing up with Ronan and the Sentry. Marvel did reprint this series, and that was the very first time I ever read the story. And when Marvel reprinted in Baxter paper, it did not include the first few issues. Next, you have the involvement of Neil Adams. Gorgeous cover. I love this cover. A non-action cover that only Neil can make so beautiful, even when it's just a bunch of dudes standing around, right? Inside, once again, Neil Adams has not taken over the penciling duties yet. He just did the cover for this one. 93, the next issue is perhaps one of the toughest issues for me to find in high grades, and here's my beautiful copy. I'm finally found a copy that I'm happy with. It has the staple indentation here, which is pretty common for these square bound books. This issues has so many problems with centering. Whenever you have books that have text on the bottom, like Marvel Spotlight, Conan #1, Marvel Spotlight 5, the first appearances of Ghost Rider, it's bad enough that it's hard to find a copy that are well centered horizontally, but when you have vertical text like this, any kind of crooked printing will cut off. Often I find many of these books with the text right here get cut off on the bottom, which drive me crazy over the years, but I was able to find this beautiful copy. It's not perfect. As you can see, the spine is a little bit crooked, but it is about as good as I can find it, and I'm not chasing anymore. This one have micro chamber paper in it, but beautiful. I absolutely love the entrance by Vision right here. If you do not have the storyline, for sure you can buy the reprint on Baxter paper, which is beautifully made and reproduced with vibrant colors, but absolutely killers. Next, you have more Neil Adams. Thankfully, Neil Adams stick around long enough just to do a few issues. Issue 94 is fairly difficult to find in high grades, just because whenever you have the black borders like this, you're gonna get a couple of dings on the spine. And once again, you have the text on the bottom like this. Luckily, I was able to find a copy that is pretty decent in centering. Not perfect, but good enough. The chase for this entire series for me is done. I'm not buying anymore. No need to upgrade anything. And then 95. Another beautiful cover by Neil. Beautiful book. These picture frame covers, I love them. Gorgeous. And here we go, another stunning Neil Adams splash page. Just beautiful. If I was buying these books off the rack in the 70s, I would go crazy waiting for the next issues. And here's probably one of my favorite covers of this entire epic saga. Just look at this, issue number 96. This beautiful drawing of Vision doing the punching. Absolutely beautiful. Once again, this book actually is fairly easy to find in high grade and well center. For a book that have the text on the bottom, most of the time, you're able to find these well center compared to the rest of the other issues in this run. It's just beautiful. Like I said, after I shoot this video, I will probably sit down and reread this epic saga because it is so beautiful. Last but not least, the last part of this, you have this Jill Kane covers with the classic Golden Age character, the final part of the story. I can say that I love the entire story until the end. At this part of the story, the very ending, I felt the ending was not as good as I wanted, but I can see why Ry Thomas need to wrap it up, because it need to. This is a beautiful copy, not the best centering for black picture frame, but I take it and I will keep it. Now this book does not have, Neil Adams was not drawing on here, but as you can see, he was a consultant. I'm not sure what that means, but it's beautifully drawn by John Buscema. Really, really nice. I mean, on some of the panels, it looked as if Neil was doing the drawing, but it's just gorgeous work by John Buscema and Tom Palmer. Here you have, the appearances of Annihilus. Like I said, it's such an epic story that I enjoy over the years, and I cannot recommend highly enough for Avengers fan to get this. And unfortunately, I think this kind of story is so complicated and so epic that I just don't see how they can ever adapt this storyline for the movies. Anyhow, that's it for this video, and thanks for watching. Bye.